Welcome back again, guys, and it's another episode of EJ Show, and it's about day 54 of EJ Show, English Show, and what it's completely a euphoric mood to enhance the atmosphere, right? And I am just going over to the first segment, which is the vocabulary bank. So you are familiar with that? We are shortage of, we are facing shortage of fresh vocabulary. So we are just reviewing the entire segment. We are just moving over to that. Harbinger, a signal that something is going to happen. Saccharine, extremely sweet in taste. Delicacy, extreme care in handling something. Fluviophile, a person who deeply enjoys the rain. Felicity, intense feeling of happiness. Serene, calm and peaceful. Quintessential, most essential. Nemesis, rival. Lagniappe, small gift given as a sign of gratitude. Liquidous, extremely talkative. Hang, bargain over a price. Immerse, involve deeply in an activity or dip completely in a liquid. Impel, drive or urge to do something. Endeavor, try hard to achieve. Infuriate, make angry. Glimpse, a brief or partial view. Clinomania, intense desire to stay in bed. Eloquent, speech having persuasive quality. Epoch, a long period of time. Ephemeral, lasting for a very short period of time. Oblivion, state of being unaware of what is happening around you. Cinderella, a tiny amount of something. Assimilate, become similar. Hinders, stop or prevents. Nonchalant, not caring or cool. Ambiguous, not clear. So scoffed, to make fun of. Retrospect, looking back with wisdom. Rejuvenated, alive again. Resilient, easily recover from difficult situation. Spur, spontaneous. Slouch, not sitting straight. And that's all. We are just winding up that segment, which is vocabulary bank. And after that, we are just moving over to the next segment, which is what? Open fire. For today's, as usual, we are just facing that difficulties in concentrating or preparing on a specific topic. So we are just going over a general conversation, the casual talks. So for today, for the last night, I just saw some movie, Garam Masala. It's a Bollywood movie and it's directed by Priyadarshan. He's a native neighbor or native Kerala born person. So that's related to our Kerala. So that's why it's a remake of a Bollywood movie, which is the Boing Boy, and it's completely a comedy romantic movie, and it's deeply on that kind of what flourishing with girlfriends, right? Flirting with girlfriends. That's all. And it's completely full of that kind of dialogues, action comedies, etc., etc. And it's something which makes me somewhere I just got that jocular attention. So I totally enjoyed it. As acting wise, it's far better than Bollywood. That Bollywood actors are much specific and precisely intense acting is there. As we can call the Mohanlal, the complete actor, is also done a fantastic job in that role that is also played by the Akshay Kumar in the Bollywood, and we can't compare two actors, but in a way the roles how they conceive is much different and how they perform in screen as well. So we have to find it difficult that it's way far better. Model is one of its kind, so we have to accept it and make. That's all. And after that, I just wake up today at early morning 9 a.m. So it's a bit late due to some what I just uh, slept at around 2 a.m. That's why I just being late for waking up today and get up late. So after that I just get my tea. After that I just ate my breakfast. after that the same rotation. And nowadays the same rotation is or the routine is being performed every day, and it's some binge watch of YouTube and also Facebook videos. And after that get my lunch, and still we are before taking the video I just got some guest for not guest but a relative which is my cousin and its aunt, my aunt, that is my father's sister, younger sister, and his her son also. They both came here and we just have some casual talks, and they went back to their home. And it's something which what relatives is everywhere is good, but in a way that if relatives are much intense closed enough, otherwise it's no use of relatives. As if you have what within counting relatives, it's okay if they are that much trustworthy or worthful, then it's much better than having a large or enormous members of family members or relatives. It's not about any huge amount of or in huge quantity. There is not like that. The quality is the exact scaling measure, and we have to find that kind of relatives in our families. So if we can't, then it's not our problem, but we have to cope up with the other relatives which is not or which are unfamiliar or which is not familiar with our characteristics, and we can't expect everything from our relatives, but we have to adjust with their ideologies, belief, etc. It's way far better, way far differ what different from our perspective. So we have to accept it and want to embrace their thoughts and being listened to everything that they have been said to us. We have to listen to them, and it's not about what they are saying any worthful thing or meaningless thing. It's not about that. Just listen for their things that they are ready. If they are trying to enlarge himself or herself, is something that it's not about self-respect or self-esteem, but they are trying to make that kind of joyful or excitement from how we listen to the thoughts they are discussing with, and we just have to accept it and want to listen to them and don't want to get any opinion or a reply for them, but it's just listening process, and we have to be listen to others. Otherwise it's a great quality and we have to accept it, and furthermore we just have to try be patient or some quite silent for conversation, as you also can speak over them, but you just try to speak at last. It's about a better quality that you have the content to speak up, but you are just sacrificing yourself to allow others to speak up to you, and it's a great quality that you have generated. And you just, if you don't have that kind of quality, then you just try it, and it's not a inborn quality or skill set, and you can develop it each and every day. Furthermore, you can go through various characteristics which attracts you from others, and it's something which you really want to try it in your daily life. It's because it will enlarge you as a person with lots of flexibility. The flexibility in your life, we can face that. we we have, we as a human being, we will face so much difficulty, not in a difficulty, but we will face that kind of situations or phases in our life. So for facing that kind of phases, we have to be that much adaptable, or we just be flexible to the conditions. Then only we can adjust with that, conditions, or otherwise you will be get depressed or being anxiety and will get anxious for some minute, and it will cause our health as well as wealth. So make sure that you adapt to the situation and develop it each and every day. And the only thing that you are just trying is, don't focus on your positives, just go for your negatives. It's because the least or the worst thing that happened in your life is going to be the worst, right? And you just judge on that situation, then you go for it. Then what will happen? The least you is completely unlaced or sum up with earlier. You've been sum up earlier, so you just don't have to face any other difficulties in your life. You just go for that worst situation imagination, then go for it, run over it, and you will get a result, and it will be not less than this, right? And you are just estimating an utter standard, and you can't achieve that kind of goals, then it will get you depressed. So make sure that you have trying something different as well as in a different way. Don't expect the results will come in your way, but actually it will perform or will come across your beliefs, or in a way that will succeed you in a future. So make sure that you have that kind of thought beliefs. So generate, you just plan to generate that kind of thoughts which enormously helps you to indulge into that kind of pleasure or excitement, thrill. That's that's something different, right? It should be a specific, and it should be a what unique, and you have to that kind of unique thoughts generated in your mind, and it's something that you have to practice and practice. That's the only way you can come across these kinds of or generate these kinds of thoughts, beliefs, etc. So make sure that you are followed. I don't know whether you understand why what I exactly mean in my mind. So I am just trying that I can express in words or vocabulary that I already been in hand, be I already have in my hand. So I am just trying, and day after day I just have the hope that we will get furthermore vocabulary into my vocabulary bank, as I just got that. What? Yes, you mean that's all. I just completely out of focused. I just want that kind of pace that it's only my dream, right? And I just have to work on it. It's about the native, how they use the pace of English language. That I have to make sure that I introduce in my way of communication. So I am totally enjoying or having that kind of point of view to exit. So nowadays I am just focusing only on that. So making sure that I am compelling with or uh, going with the norms that already been estimated or standardized by myself. So I am going over it, and thanks for you all guys and being keep supporting me from its first beginning itself till now. And it's a long journey, and we will see a much variety, and I have that kind of skills that I can present each and every matters in a way, in a comical way, and I will just what glow it up for experiencing myself into another level. So after achieving my English language, or I am confident to convey my feelings, expression, emotions, etc. in English language, then I will use how I effectively use this channel. You just wait and see, and I will giving you an assurance that I will make sure that if I can grab that kind of confidence in English language, then I will explore, or in a variety way I will just make sure that this channel in another level. So I'm just planning to everything, and I only practice in these whole episodes for getting or grabbing that kind of confidence from these kinds of language. And how I use the vocabulary is something which is a bit different as compared to others. So I have the kind of pace, and I am totally enthusiastic during this process. It's because that it is using that pace that attracts me a lot. And I am in YouTube also. I am just focusing on different videos that focus me to the space that they are using in their communication. Each and every person or individuals is different in using the vocabulary or the phrases. So I'm just focusing on that. I am listening to that and make sure that I can achieve that kind of, and within that I am enabling or building myself as a personal, and I have to develop my own style or want to make my own signature. Not everything is okay, but guidance or but godfather, everything is good, but we have to make sure that we are planning or making our own steps, right, in my own way. It's a unique way, so I have to prepare or make sure that I have following or incorporating my own style into this. So I'm just hoping everything will happen in future in the way that I am just planning. Exactly not planning, but everything will happen. That's all. I am just preparing for every each day's videos. That's all. The only thing that I am making. So we are just winding up today's episode. One thing I forgot to speak up through is that the best is yet to come. That's all. And we are just winding up today's episode, and it's about day 54, 54 of EJ Show English Show. And here Jithin signing off. Bye for now, and see you next time in the next episode. Bye bye, tata.